We only get what we tune into. And depending on our vibration and what we focus on, we change the channel. Just like when you watch a television show back in the days, you had to change the channel physically, and all the shows are being broadcasted simultaneously. But as you change the channel, you're actually changing a frequency and you're tuning into a different a channel, so you get a different broadcast. So we change the channel when we begin to shift to our higher self by raising our vibration. We begin to set into motion a different chain of events. All channels and timelines are being broadcasted simultaneously. And the simulation, if you will, a lot of people are talking about the simulation, how we're living in a simulation. It's not really a simulation, and it's not fake, and it's not real. It's more or less the fact that you are creating it. You're creating your reality. But this simulation is the experience of a timeline. Your experience of this timeline is your personal simulation that's created by what you focus on, by your consciousness. Your consciousness is like the light that shines on the DVD. When we had DVDs, I know some people probably still play DVDs, right? Or CDs. The light focuses on the DVD and reads the script or reads the code and gives you the experience of the movie or gives you the experience of music, and it's created by consciousness. We have two types of timelines. We have a collective timeline, which is shared by entire species on this planet, and we have our individual timelines. The key is focusing more on your specific individual timeline. We participate in an individual timeline, a collective timeline, and the broader collective is what creates our collective timeline. So everybody's collective thoughts and beliefs and vibrations creates this collective timeline that we call Earth reality on this particular planet vibration. So this is why we say share the video, share the information, so we can raise the consciousness of our species and therefore raise the collective timeline. Okay? So we participate in the broader collective reality while we also participate in our individual collective reality. And what we focus on, this is very key. What you focus on is imperative to how the collective can affect us. So when you focus on negativity in your individual timeline or your individual life, this makes you more susceptible to negativity in the collective timeline. So this is why we're going to talk about it as we go forward. It's important that you focus as much as possible on your individual timeline. Focus on your Earth, your reality, and your intent. It's almost like we're playing this huge game of Monopoly. We all agree that we're playing Monopoly. This third dimension physical plane is the game of Monopoly, as an example. And in this game of Monopoly, we all have agreed to follow certain rules. But we also have the ability to use different pieces. We have the ability to have a round board, or we can have a square board. We can use different colors. And this is how games work as well. You play games, if you have children, you play these games and you see that they can customize the game, right? You can customize the skins, right? You can, Mario Kart, you can ride on different vehicles, but it's all still the same game. Now, our beliefs shape our reality. And when we shift our beliefs, we shift our reality or our timeline to experience things that are always here. In other words, it's always here. You are just not experiencing it or participating in it. This is why we say heaven is always here. The kingdom is here. The kingdom is within man, like the Christ said. So it's letting you know it's not about going someplace else. It's not about a different space or a different time. It's all about raising your frequency to experience the paradise or the kingdom, right? That's here and now. In quantum physics, they talk about string theory and superposition, and more specifically, quantum entanglement. And quantum entanglement doesn't really exist. What we've learned now is that all is really one. Particles are not entangled in these invisible superstrings. Particles are really just one in the first place. And just to let you know, quantum entanglement simply means that scientists have found when you manipulate a proton or a neutron or a particle on one side of the universe, the same thing happens to another one instantaneously on the other side of the planet or the other side of the universe. The space is irrelevant. It happens instantaneously. When you manipulate one atom, the other atom begins to spin in that direction as well, instantaneously. So they say it must be a super string. They must be connected in some way. No, they're not connected in any way because they're one. All things are one. So time and space does not exist, only the experience of such. You only experience it the same way you experience a movie. There's no movement in a movie. You're looking at a series of frames that are hitting your retina so fast that it gives the illusion of a movie. But these are frames, okay? These are frames that you're looking at. So stop focusing so much on the collective timeline. Focus on your individual timeline. Focus on your individual experience. Those of your family, those of your neighbors or your tribe, those people are on your frequency. You have to focus on that with great intent. Focus on your intent and ignore the elements of the collective that you disagree with. You have to ignore the elements of the collective that's not part of your timeline. It's not part of your values, right? It's not happening on this side of town. Put it like that. It's not in this house, not in this neighborhood, that type of thing. You want to ignore it. Give it no energy whatsoever. Because when you focus on aspects in your reality that you actually disagree with, you just said it. You focused on it. In order to disagree, you must focus. And the focusing on that which you disagree with draws more of it into your reality. You ever notice that when you focus on things that you don't like, I don't know, I'm just going to use an example. Maybe you don't like very lazy people. You don't like obese people. You don't like people that do this, or you don't, whatever it is, you don't like it. And you focus on it, gets you angry, gets you frustrated. Before you know it, it's like everywhere you go, you're seeing these types of activities and these type of people pop into your reality. It's because you detest it so much and you're focusing on it so much and you draw it into your reality. So it's very important that you ignore it. You give it no energy. On a higher level, you can send it light and love and embracing it and accept it. We're going to get to that. But for now, I want you to ignore it. Become like a clear glass of water. Let the energy just flow right through you. Right? I used to have a repulsion. I don't like loud people. You in a restaurant, people loud, laughing and talking. It's like you can't hear yourself think. Now I'm like, wow, they really enjoying themselves. They have a lot of passion. Right? So this is how you add, we're going to get to, infusing this purity of mind through positivity later, but you want to do that. So when you feel that repulsion, you want to ignore it. We live in a third density realm that processes time and experience. In the spirit realm, there's no time, there's no experience. And with that, there's no discovery, there's no process of becoming, there's no surprises, and there's no magic. Right? We want to be so spiritual, but guess what? In the spirit realm, there's no magic. The magic exists on third density, in the physical. Like it is said, we are spiritual beings having a physical experience. Spirituality is nothing to us. We've been spiritual throughout eternity. We're here to have a physical experience and transform that physical experience and bring the magic, right, of the spirit into the flesh or into physicality. That is our goal. That is what we were created to do, to spiritualize matter. So these are the gifts of third density. These are the gifts to have discovery, right? To have an experience of becoming who we already are. And let me leave you with this as I let you go. On the highest level, we talk about your highest self, or becoming one with God, or God itself. The all-knowing, the omnipresent, and the all-powerful. How boring is that? No experiences, no movement, no surprises, no discovery, no magic, right? You know everything, you're everywhere and all powerful. So no, the Most High has divided itself into a multitude of seemingly different, interconnected or disconnected objects and individuals to experience a process of becoming once again. So we need to embrace our physicality, embrace our individuality. In my last video, I talked about the snowflake, how we're this unique signature light code. You need to take that to the next level. Take it to the next level. So Shalom Wadu, thank you so much once again for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Make sure you leave a comment and share the video so we can take our species to the next level. Shalom Wadu.